So Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex was ranked, or is ranked, one of the most sought after places to live here in Texas, which is awesome. So today we're going to be talking about what that cost of living is here in the Dallas area compared to 3 of the most expensive cities around the U.S. So you want to make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to stay until the end because you're going to find out about what number 1, the most expensive place to live here in the U.S. compared to Dallas is. So make sure to stay that till the end.
So if you guys are returning to our channel, thank you so much for coming back. And this is Karla and Gus. And if you don't know us, we own KGC Realty Group, and we're local realtors here in the North Dallas area. So if you are new to our channel, well, welcome, and do us a favor and hit that like and subscribe button to help us just do more videos like this and help more people know about the area that are thinking about relocating here or that already live here and just want some really great information about the housing in the area or how to buy or sell houses here in the area.
Right.
So let's jump on in. Let's check out what those 3 cities that we have compared them to are, and we got our information from bestplaces.net. So we're just going to go down the list and we're just going to tell you guys how they rank against some of these other cities. So the first one that we looked at is going to be San Diego. So being as how we come from San Diego, we decided that that would be a great city to compare it to. And overall, San Diego is actually about 37% higher overall than Dallas.
Right.
So they look at tons of things. They don't just look at the housing costs, but so we're going to go down the list and just kind of break it down for you guys. And food and groceries. So you would think, the U.S. ranks pretty average on all of these, but food and groceries is almost 10% lower in Dallas than it is in San Diego. So that's things like your regular stuff like milk and bread and eggs and groceries in general. You're just going to spend less money here.
Right.
The other one is going to be the median home cost.
Now
so the average home.
Yeah, this is the biggest one.
Which is crazy because San Diego is actually, their average home is $812,000. That's their average. That's like not a mansion, not, celebrity homes. This is their average home.
Right.
Compared to Dallas, where our average median home price is $260,000.
That's crazy.
That's like almost quadrupled.
Yeah.
So right there on just average home costs, Dallas is 68% lower than San Diego.
Yeah.
That's a huge 68%.
Yeah.
So other things that people may be concerned about when they're moving to the area is utilities. So utilities, we are about 3% lower in Dallas than in San Diego County.
Yeah, which it may not seem like a lot, but once you start doing the math and start, going down the list and add all these up, it does add up.
It does. So transportation, almost everybody owns a vehicle now, but you still have transportation. And in transportation, we're about 2.6 below what San Diego is. So it's still cheaper here to get transportation. And these are things like gas prices and trains, metros, buses, which you do see a lot of in Dallas.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is 2022. So, right now we're just started in March 2022. Gas prices are insane, crazy high right now, even here in the Dallas area. So that might be one of the reasons why it's not so much of a big difference. But just because, right now I think we're seeing like $4 here in the Dallas area per gallon. So that's crazy high as far as like transportation goes.
I don't put gas, so I don't know the price.
Yeah.
He does. So, and then just like health, which is like healthcare and doctors and things like that, Dallas is actually about 10% lower than San Diego County or San Diego. So we're still lower in tons of things. And then miscellaneous things were about 0.4% lower than San Diego. So overall, it makes sense. A lot of people are moving out of California, out of San Diego to come over to different states. And they're going, Florida, Texas, all over the place. But clearly you can see how Dallas is going to be just better financially for some families than San Diego.
Right. And listen, we get it. I mean, beautiful weather over there in San Diego. You got the beaches right there. And but listen, when it comes time to numbers and trying to own a house, which is one of the biggest factor here, hey, Dallas is a great option. This is where we live. We have our family, and we love it. So let's go down to the number 2, which we compared Dallas to as far as cost of living was to Boston. Okay, so Boston was actually ranked number 4 most expensive city here in the U.S. and here in 2022. So I'm just going to go down the list here comparing, and actually Boston is 34.2% higher overall as far as like cost of living here in Dallas. Food and groceries are about 11% higher in Boston than here in Dallas. The housing being, of course, one of the biggest factor. Boston is 61% higher, okay, than here in Dallas. And the median home cost in Boston is $667,000. Okay, that's the median compared to $260,000 we were talking about earlier here in the Dallas area. So that's, that's where you're gonna, So utilities, you're probably gonna be paying more over there in Boston, about almost 15% more in Boston than here in Dallas area. Transportation, right about 11% higher in Boston. Of course, we talked about gas prices and all that. And health, actually, it's a pretty interesting thing because the health is a little bit more expensive here in Dallas than Boston. So we're about maybe almost hitting 10% more expensive as far as like healthcare goes and all that and all that stuff. So miscellaneous, and that's about 18% higher over there in Boston. So if you're considering moving from that area, hey, Dallas might be a great area for you. So hey, so the number 3 and the number 1 most expensive city to live here in the U.S. is New York City. You probably guessed it. So we're going to be comparing what that is compared here to the Dallas area.
So we've had a lot of clients actually relocate from New York and New York areas to the North Dallas area. And we just, when we start talking to them, they're like, gosh, it's just so much cheaper out here. Home prices, things like that. So it's really interesting to see. And they're all really shocked when they come out here and look at what they can afford here versus what they could afford there. So overall, New York is actually about 60% more expensive than Dallas.
It's 60% as far as like the housing goes. Overall, it's a 40%, considering all the factors that we're looking at. So 60% is on the housing. Overall, 40%.
So speaking about the housing, you've got the average housing cost in New York that's $654,000. So compared to here, where you've got, the average is $260,000. So it's still significantly higher over there. And even so, the overall percentage that is higher at 40%, it's still a lot to consider.
Yeah. So I mean, even if we looked at like San Diego, the home median price was like 800 and something. So where does the rest of that? What does the rest of it fit in? Because New York is one of the most expensive ones. It's number 1 most expensive. So once we start looking at the utilities and transportation and the healthcare, that adds up. Because just under the utilities, actually New York is more expensive by 33%, almost 34%. Okay, in utilities. Transportation, we're looking at 35% more expensive in New York. So you can start seeing where the numbers add up. And the healthcare actually is more expensive in New York by 23%.
That's a lot.
Okay, so you can kind of compare to see where your money goes. If you're making $100,000 a year, which could be a good medium, and what you can do with that money here in the Dallas area compared to some of the most expensive cities in the U.S. So.
Yeah. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 3 cities that we have compared Dallas to, and we get tons of just clients and friends that are moving from all parts of the U.S. that are, they're considering Dallas for a lot of great reasons. I mean, that was one of the biggest reasons, that we decided to make the move. And if you haven't watched that video, definitely go over there and watch that video.
Right.
But we relocated from San Diego area to the North Dallas area because it was a financial move for us, amongst other things. And we were just able to purchase a home here where we knew we probably would have a difficult time purchasing a home in San Diego.
Right.
Even though we were both working, and here, we love the area, we love the neighborhood, we love our home. So we feel like we made a really great choice.
Right. So yeah, guys. So if you're considering, the Dallas area for your new relocation place, we would love to help you with that process. Just like we've done it with many, with many clients. As you can tell, my throat's raspy right now. It's been acting weird. So, so if you want more information about the areas, hey, don't hesitate to give us a call. You can text, you can call us. Our information is going to be right here below. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep in touch with us and just to keep up with all the videos that we're going to be posting each and every Friday. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end, and see you next time. Bye.